Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Grab a cold one, crank up the volume, and join the show. Welcome to NBNR Live. And here we go.
It's no block, no rock.
Go Big Red Indy. No block, no rock. Episode 244 coming at you from the NBNR studio. 245. It's 244.
It's 245 because Cornish counseling was 245.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
245.
Yep.
Do we count those in the same number?
I do because they do count as an episode, and I want to make sure we have the right amount of episodes.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
So that's why,
The more episodes, the better.
yeah. So I want to get credit for the episodes that we do. Even though we're doing a special edition of No Block No Rock, it is still, that was 44, but that was Cornish counseling episode 2. You know, week 2. I guess not episode 2. Anyway,
Mike,
Thank you for clearing that up.
Mike doing the episode math.
Smoke coming out of his GD ears. Zee. Pickle Fight from Nebraska Brewing Company. It's wonderful. It's the best pickle beer in the state. Bar none. You would agree with me, yes?
Are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
I mean, I'm biased. I would say yes, but I'm biased innately. I think we have to recognize that.
Not even close.
you know what I want to do with the pickle fight? Is I want, whenever we do our next live show, tailgate show, I want to take some pickle fight and I want to put it in a red beer. Like I want to make it a red beer.
Dude, that's
And
actually like
yes.
a on game days a big deal.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what I
brewery.
want to do. So whenever
Yeah.
we do our tailgate live show this year, that's what I want to do. I am drinking the Ale Storm. It is for the AAA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals, and they are making a playoff push. So I thought I would help them by drinking the Ale Storm. Stir up the storm. Great beer.
Woo! Bobby Witt. Woo, woo, woo.
So I have two parts to this, and maybe I think we've talked about this. We might be doing a live show in just a couple of weeks. Is that correct? We might be at the Michigan game.
Yeah, we might be at the Michigan game.
We're working on that. I
Yeah.
don't think it's confirmed yet, but we're working on doing that. I know Mike will be there. Mike, do you have season tickets, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just double
make
check.
sure I'll be.
I am
Yoy.
hopefully I'll be doing the same whenever we get to do our live show, but I am drinking the Pilsner right now. Again, you guys, you watch this show all the time. You know what I'm drinking. But Kyle Byers, I see, is not drinking an EOS over there.
What do you got?
No, I'm drinking the Squeeze the Day. And this week's Nebraska Brewing Company Cheers of the Week goes to Dane Key for going to get in the game ball or that touchdown ball for Quinn Clark. After the whole tribute, he
There
scores
you
his
go.
touchdown, points up, gives the 3-2 for his dad. And Dane Key ran out there, snatched the ball from him, gave him to Matt Rule, and now I'm sure Quinn Clark has got it, and it's probably in a case by now. So,
Good shout out, Kyle.
Yep.
Good shout out.
Cheers to Danky.
Cheers to Dane Key
Fucking A.
and Quinn Clark.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
Con man, hit it, baby.
Yeah, we get just a little bit of housekeeping to do just before we get started. We want to talk about our partners at Sinovation Omaha. At Sinovation Omaha, your image is their business. From eye-catching indoor and outdoor signs to clear professional wayfinding solutions, they're going to help you find your brand, a way to stand out where it matters the most. They'll transform your walls with stunning wraps, turn vehicles into rolling billboards with custom decals, and they'll add privacy or style with vinyl window graphics. When you partner with Sinovation Omaha, you're not just getting signage. You're adding curb appeal and creating a lasting first impression for all of your customers.
Hey, that is
Woo!
great ad read for a great business. Sinovation Omaha. Make sure you guys go check them out. Go get your tailgate trailer wrapped. Make it look cool. Get your business wrapped on a wall. They'll do a sweet sign for you. I'm sure they can do a sign like the one behind Jared's head. They do a lot of cool things there. Check out Sinovation Omaha.
How dare Mike try to take that away from Connor?
I didn't
Give it
take
to
it away.
me. How dare you?
I didn't take it away.
No.
I just said, hey, do you want to have a turn at it? That was all.
No, I'm proud to read for Sinovation Omaha.
That's
Great
cool.
partner, good friends of the pod.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nothing against Sinovation. Sinovation's amazing. You would do it so much better than me, and you do. So, world class.
In every glass. That's
That's
Nebraska
where
Brewing
we're
Company.
going.
That is not Sinovation Omaha. That is Nebraska Brewing Company, one of our big sponsors.
I'm
as
mixing
well.
up some of the greatest local companies that we have to offer. I'm just mixing them up.
Hey,
I'm
that's okay.
sorry. They're both awesome. You know who isn't awesome? Akron.
Oh, how long you been sitting on that one?
Yeah, I typed it this morning.
And I would assume you're referring to the football team and not the former UFC fighter Ben Askren.
I am referring
Poor Ben
to
Askren.
Poor Ben Askren. Legitimately.
I'm referring to the team, that football team that is probably the worst that we will see or have seen in a long time
We don't know that.
We don't know
We
that.
don't know that yet.
until this next one.
Until Houston Christian, maybe.
This past game went so well, Kyle, that Mike spent, I think it was 10 minutes talking about the concession stand.
Yeah,
That's how well this game went. Is he went on a concession stand?
No, we did triumphs and traumas,
Dramas.
and a big trauma for Husker fans. And it was on the radio today and everything.
I know.
A big trauma for Husker fans was the new concession stands at Memorial Stadium. They suck. Just want to let you know
They
that.
suck.
But, okay.
They suck.
They're bad.
They're bad.
So bad.
The worst.
Listen,
Lock them up.
I could have kind of like guessed that leading into the season because they gave they gave the media kind of like a preview on what you can find and like the new food you can buy at the concession stands and stuff. And I'm looking at some of this stuff and I'm like, do you guys have like chefs back there like cooking some of this stuff up? There's like red bun burgers and there's like these crazy nachos and there's all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, that's not like pulling a hot dog off the rack. It's going to take a while for everybody to get their orders.
Well, and so, like, another thing, Mike, you said it was on the radio today. This has been a big deal for Husker fans is how the concessions went during this Akron game. When was the last time that was one of our major complaints?
You know,
when was the last time?
Okay.
Be grateful.
I'm grateful. Hey, here's the solution for everybody. This is what I do. When I do this thing, it's called tailgating, right?
Ooh.
You can drink as much as you possibly can and eat as much as you want before the game. And then you don't have to worry about eating or drinking in the stadium. Problem solved. Just do that.
Who runs a concession? Is Aramark, right?
Aramark, yeah.
Aramark. Defund Aramark. The worst company. Just terrible.
There's a
I don't know,
tiny
you got-
Aramark. Tiny Aramark. Can't get the concessions down. No, but
Are we
again,
done with concessions? Are we
like what a great complaint for us to have.
It's okay.
Wonderful.
Kyle, were you in the chat for my number one trauma?
Yes, I was. Yeah, and it was a missed opportunity.
It
I would
was.
agree with you.
Okay.
I threw in there after you guys had moved on from the traumas to the triumphs. I was a little late to the game. I just said like the 2 goal line stops. There was the fumble and then like the 1 yard line, the stop there. While seems minuscule, and in a game that you won 68-0, you could have won like 80-0.
Oh, not if you ask Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. That was like my biggest when that stuff happened. I'm like, ugh.
Well, especially
Like,
in the
you
moment.
should be able to just road grade these guys.
Yeah.
Get in the end zone. And of course, the like Emmett fumble.
That's just
Hat on
it,
ball.
it was helmet on ball,
Yeah,
baby. I mean,
yeah,
it was
sure.
it was
Hold the ball.
textbook.
Yeah.
But I would also tell you, as we talk about Kyle, I do agree with you. I think there were a couple of missed scoring opportunities. But it was still 68-0.
100%. 100%.
And the blocked kick is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I certainly didn't expect that.
Yeah. I also just wanted to point some attention to everybody's like, this is the most punt receiving yards that we've had in whatever, all last 4 years combined, whatever. But it certainly seemed like there could have been like 2 punt return touchdowns.
Yeah.
And instead, like the first man that made contact brings you down. And
But
so
we said it's very, 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 very hard to be mad at your Corey Barney. But
Yes.
but you know, you flick him and he goes, wow.
yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be mad at him
Mhm.
because he's a dog.
Yeah.
But
I have realized that this podcast has made me a sicko because I heard Jared say wee, and all I heard was wee. I was one of the piggies. I was there for every, like, it felt like, again, I mentioned it yesterday about like, I was getting tired from, like, I was high-fiving so many people for so many touchdowns. it felt nice to finally be a piggy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going with the piggy theme.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Cincinnati happens. Close game. You know, gets a little fishy at the end there. Some fans get a little nervous. A little nervous. Yeah, a little bit of. And just as we predicted, Nebraska goes out there, stomps a mud hole in Akron, and the fans are starting to feel their oats again a little bit. Starting to get a little confident.
Like we said.
So confident that our predictions, okay? Our scoring predictions. Every one of us picked a win by at least 4 scores. Now that wasn't good enough. we don't know ball because we didn't predict 68-0.
Did somebody say that?
Dude, there are so many TikTok comments that are way off. You don't know.
Wrong.
I don't know. Somebody here said 42-3. And I'm like,
I had 42-6. I had 42-6.
It's like,
and I was being, I thought, generous. Like
we all picked a 4-score win, but we didn't say 68-0 on the dot. So now, the fans they're feeling confident again.
Idiot.
Right?
Tyler in his mom's basement was calling 68-0 3 weeks ago.
Duh.
God.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you guys is this different? And what I mean by that is, do you feel like this team and this program has turned a corner of sorts? Are we there? No.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, this 68-0 is something, again, that we're looking back towards years like 09. I think, was it first shutout since 06? Is that the number I saw?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, 33-0 versus.
Sorry, that was 09 as
Arizona.
well. Okay, yeah. I just, it's really cool to see. But to say that, this team, there's something special because we did that to Akron. Calm down.
Well,
Wyoming shut out Akron. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
This is the worst FBS program in the country.
Yeah.
They are terrible.
None of us called a shutout.
Nope.
Leading into this week, none of us did that. But we did all predict big wins. That was something that we all expected. I mean, that was the expectation, is that we would come in and handle Akron fairly easily.
Here's where I stand on what you just asked, Jared.
Yeah.
Is this different? And I will say yes. I will say yes, it is different compared to, got them in my handy dandy notes here.
There you go.
Ooh.
Okay. 2017, Northern Illinois,
boy.
lose 21-17.
Oh boy.
2018, Troy, you lose 24-19. That's under Frost.
Andrew Bunch. Ooh.
2019, South Alabama, you win that one, but it was close. 35-21. The end score obviously doesn't seem that close, but the whole game was close.
We were sweating.
Yeah. 2022, Georgia Southern.
Oh,
the game that
I'm familiar
got
with
the
that
head man gone.
That's
what
a
I'll
sound,
say,
that's a sound.
you can go through a ton of different games over the last 10 years out of these low FBS teams, the teams that you pay to come into Memorial Stadium and just beat the hell out of, and then all of a sudden at halftime you're like, why do we only have 10 points? Why do we only have 13 points? And you start freaking out a little bit, and then usually the year kind of shows why you only had 13 points at half. So while Akron is the worst, they are bad.
Horrendous.
I have seen some of the worst teams come into Memorial Stadium, and it's not just the fact on a small scale that it was, okay, we beat Akron 68-0, but then it's compounded by, oh wait, we also played a Power 4 team the first week of the season at a neutral site, right? Not at home. It was technically an away game for the players.
Mm-hmm.
And you win a 1-score game, a close nail biter. Last second, you need to make a play, and you win the game. So it's compounded a little bit. I just think, looking at that and looking at the last 10 years, I will say that what happened on Saturday was different.
So can I just compound it? And it's a short second parter to that question.
Yeah.
Different. I actually, with what you've just brought with that note, I will agree with you that it's different. Do you feel like we've hit the turning point? have we, elevated ourselves at least a little bit? I think to say a little bit is probably fair, but is Nebraska really hitting that turning point that really matters?
What would be at the end of the year? You look at the wins and the losses. What is the turning point? What is that?
Progress.
Like as far as record?
Yeah.
9-3.
9-3 would be turning point
for me. Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. So I think you're pretty close. I do. Akron was really bad. Yeah.
I want to see them play Michigan. Like everybody, we said last week, Nebraska, they got out of that game. They won a close game against Cincinnati, and we'll see how good Cincinnati is. They actually played pretty well, I think, on Saturday. Cincinnati did. So they played well as well as Nebraska did. So I just want to see this team play against a real Big Ten football team, because there were some times where you'd look at that defensive line in the game, and I know we won 68-0. So I'm not saying that they played bad, but I'm just saying there were some times that it kind of looked like last week where there was just gaping holes, right? And Michigan's coming in, and their running back, he's good. He's very good.
Yeah. And you know what? Akron, their lead back averaged like 5.8 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That's Akron.
I've been telling people, like, the defensive line and what is going on there with the run defense. I don't think you can expect a good defensive line this year at all. I really don't. I think our run defense is going to be horrendous by the time the year is over.
I think that's fair. We were consistent with that. And again, it wasn't talking shit on the guys that are in there. It's just our concerns were centering around the fact that we haven't seen a lot of those guys play. Gosh, look, are we looking ahead to Michigan? Are we skipping over Houston Christian? Huh?
You know,
is that what we're doing?
It sounds kind of okay. You know what? If you're watching right now, if you're watching live, or if you're listening to us tomorrow, today, whatever it might be, we did this in our season prediction episode where we said weeks 2 and week 3.
Skip them.
Oh, skip them.
We literally skipped them. Kyle did not even make a graphic for them because we knew that these teams were inferior and that we will put belt to ass. And we did it for the first week. And God forbid if they do not do it in the next week, this week, I guess, it would be an issue. We got problems.
I think it would be disingenuous to our listeners who come in here every Monday night and they want to listen to us talk about the game that's coming up. Yes, our minds are on Michigan, but we don't play Michigan this week.
Right.
We do play Lubbock Buddhist.
Lubbock Buddhist.
And we play Nebraska. The only team that will beat us on Saturday is Nebraska.
So
we are a much better program than Houston Christian.
Jared, Jared, you have to have something for me.
Yes, we are.
I don't know. I mentioned this as we were going through the intro today, that I'm blind to Houston Christian, which frankly, I think probably most people are.
Sounds like you need to go to church.
Is there something about this team that I should be keyed in on? Is there anything that we can drum up that's like, this might be a concern?
I think what would be really cool to see. Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if it happens, it won't really matter. I would like to see, Kyle, you already said it, be the road graders. Okay. Now, I say that also knowing that I think they're going to want Dylan to kind of chuck it around a little bit, put up some numbers, build up that Heisman campaign. So once you get inside the 5, though, I would like to see them just fucking steamroll and not make it all mamby-pamby. We talked about a few weeks ago, we kind of like the Heine push because you don't have a Charmar Brown or a Dante Dowdell.
Yeah, and that didn't work.
And so do we, since it didn't work for us, Akron, are we completely just scrapping the Heine push? How is that going to work?
I got to do it better.
I think if you run the Heine push, you just actually do it.
Just fucking do it.
Because it was not well done.
There was lazy.
There was no real push from the ass end. The play is called the tush push.
Right.
Put your hands nearly inside this man's ass
Yes.
and shove him forward.
Yes. Get in there.
And Heinrich, a half yard short? Like, there's no reason that play should not have worked. Heinrich Harburg is a tank. He is like, that guy is a killer.
Have you guys seen the picture of like how many people were lined up in the neutral zone?
Like all of them?
I mean, pretty much the offensive linemen and the defensive linemen, their helmets were basically touching when that ball was hiked. So I don't know what happened there. But what I'll say is our friend Michael Severe, he posted this tweet today, and he said, Houston Christian stat breakdown. Defense number 2 in total D, number 1 in FCS in yards per play, tied for 4th in scoring D. They've allowed 1 third down conversion in 31 attempts, leads the FCS, tied for fewest allowed first downs. Let's see.
This is Houston Christian.
Yes, and number 1 pass efficiency defense, allowing 3 yards per average.
Now, can I ask, does anyone know who they've played in those first 2 weeks?
Didn't they just
lost.
get fucking shellacked 69-0 in their last game?
They lost to Eastern Tennessee, I believe.
69-zip.
No.
To
Eastern Tennessee? No.
Somebody.
Somebody
Shit,
got
we
an ass
literally.
whooping.
Hey, you guys, when we say
69-0.
Oh,
No,
holy shit.
They won 69-0. They
Oh,
lost.
fuck.
Okay.
They
yeah.
lost 20-10 on Saturday to Eastern Kentucky.
Hey guys, when we say we don't know anything about Houston atheist, we mean it.
Yeah. Austin Lutheran, I believe.
Austin.
I'm just saying the only reason I bring that up, and I thought it was cool that Michael Severe like did all the work for that, and I just got to regurgitate it. The only reason I bring that up is because anybody that like they're like top 5 in every aspect of defense. So they're going to be smaller. They're going to get worn down. They're hopefully, going to make some mistakes. But on defense, it just seems like they're well coached. They know where to be, when to be there. So that stuff, just like, I don't know if you're going to see 68-0 this weekend.
No,
I didn't know last week either. So who knows?
I don't think you're wrong on that. But again, we talk about, Mike, what were the 2 schools? They're both directional. Like the Northern
Eastern Kentucky and something else.
Eastern and I think Eastern. Like they're both directional schools.
AR Baptist is who they won 69-0 to, and they lost to Eastern Kentucky.
Assuming that's Arkansas Baptist, which is funny because that was like next on my list to call them.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, while they are an FCS school, they're playing FCS competition.
All I'm saying is defense. Half the battle is just being where you need to be.
Yeah,
and so if you lead the country in 5 categories on defense, that means that your defense is coached well enough to be where they're supposed to be.
You're not
regardless of whatever the size or the talent issues might be. At least your defense is in the right position. So that's one thing. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Nothing to shrug at.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to hear about their offense real quick?
Sure.
Just because Severe posted as well about their offense.
Let's do it.
So Kyle just talked about the defensive numbers. Here is the offensive numbers for Houston Christian. Their offense is 12th in scoring at 39.5 points per game in the FCS. They've been sacked 7 times, which is tied for 98th in FCS.
Okay. That doesn't seem good.
They're 25th in total offense. They're 15th in total first downs. Yards per game. They average 223.5 yards per game on the ground. 12 penalties, 7 fumbles, 5 lost, tied for the most. Second in red zone scores. They are 10 out of 11 with 9 touchdowns.
Hold on. You said a number there that put up a big flag in my brain. Did you say averaging 223 on the ground?
Yes.
That's a lot.
It is.
I mean, and presumably a lot of that comes from that 69-0 win.
Yes. Well, yeah, they lost 20-10 the next week. So
yeah, but I mean, that's.
Are you concerned?
I'm not great at math, but that's a big number. And we just talked about how defensive line is letting holes open up for rushers.
I'll tell you what, if they've got 7 sacks in the first 2 weeks, Nebraska better have 6. Like, listen, if we don't get a sack on Saturday, we know that there are serious issues. Serious issues.
That game that was 69-0 against Arkansas Baptist, their running back had 17 carries for 175 yards and 4 touchdowns. Sure. Their backup running back had 18 carries for 88 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's a lot of yards.
That's a day.
Yeah. And then they also had another running back go for 5 for 61, another one for 3 for 47, 5 for 34. So, I mean, were
they over 300 yards rushing in that game? Is that I'm not good at math. But that sounds a whole lot like
yeah.
they're over 300.
They were over 300 yards.
All right.
So you take that math with the next game, and that's probably why it looks a little
slanted.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, you guys run down all those stats. That's nice. That's cute. But you know what? That shit's not going to happen. It's not going to fucking happen.
It better not.
Wait, when
happen.
did you become an optimist?
It's not. It's Houston Christian. It's not going to happen. So now let's move away from these guys. I don't want to talk about Houston Christian anymore.
Okay, let me pull up my list here that I just already talked about. All the not gonna happen losses that were supposed to happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Didn't you just say that we weren't going to shut out?
Shut up.
Okay, wait. Can we
Not going to happen.
It's not
how
going to happen.
how confident are you that it's not going to happen?
8.
If we lose,
I'm not even gonna go there.
Listen, no, stop. I want to go to something that I find very fascinating in terms of Coach Rule and things he says. Just last week, guys, we were sitting here, and one of the things that the fan base was kind of up in arms about was Rule emphasizing that every game is going to be close. Every game is going to be 17-16, right? And so a lot of people were saying, why would you speak that into existence? Why don't you just say, hey, kick that team's ass 68-0, right? But now he's coming out and maybe he's listening to people. I think that's probably a thing. They probably hear the outside noise, even though they say they don't. And he's basically telling these guys, hey, that team that's across from you, make them not want to play Nebraska anymore and punish them for thinking that they belong on the same field as you. I just find it very fascinating that it's like a 180.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's recency bias. I mean, you come off and like, I am not going to sit here and shit talk Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati played a fantastic game. Nebraska came out on top. That was fantastic. But you come off a win, 68-0, and you're riding high, baby. You're riding high.
Yeah.
And I think there is this kind of recency bias where now, especially going into Houston Christian, Husker fans are kind of expecting something like this. They saw how well this offense performed. Man, like just absurdly well.
Better do it again.
Yeah. And now they're expecting it. And I think Matt Rule did the right thing by saying, this is the attitude. But it is a very interesting, really quick switch on that of it's going to be close. Like they're going to be rock fights. We're going to do that to, we don't want anybody to want to play here anymore. It was just very quick.
I think it's more like Matt Rule is the king of respect your opponent, this and this. But behind closed doors, if you look at his halftime spiel,
Spiel.
Jared, did you watch that?
Did you watch it?
I did not.
Yeah, he gets in their ass.
Yeah.
He stopped short of pulling a gun out.
Yeah. I mean, he was going off on his team about how they don't respect you and this and that, and you want to make sure they never want to play Nebraska again.
He said, I want you to know that I did this to you. Yeah.
Look at that.
I want you to shake their hand at the end of the game, and I want them to have that look in their eye like, yeah, you did this to me.
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Oh,
so
I got to put my computer here.
So I don't know if it's the, I know he publicly says respect your opponent, but behind closed doors, he's like, we are better than Akron. They are terrible. They are bottom barrel FBS program. Like we are going to kick their ass. Also, I told you before that he lost to Joe Moorhead and this was a revenge game for Matt Rule. So I think all that had something to do with it. But I hope he has the same energy against this FCS opponent.
Would it be concerning to you that Matt Rule would still be holding on to that Joe Moorhead loss? Like,
no.
That be, to me, that's just, dude, that's years ago.
No,
right.
It's a new program. It's a new team.
The same guy that constantly brings up his coaching tree, like, oh yeah, I coached against him here, and oh yeah, I brought him on, and now he's coaching here. Like he's a guy that talks constantly about his coaching tree, where he comes from, who his coaches, where they go. So I mean, of course, he remembers stuff like that.
I'm sorry. I gotta check this.
Yeah.
What if it's one of
Sorry.
our cars?
Is it one of our cars?
I don't know. You guys certainly cannot hear on the episode right now. We got a whole lot of car
It's mine?
alarms.
I opened the door.
It's mine?
Oh, did they shut off? We have a whole lot of car alarms going on.
So it was mine or
outside
wasn't
the
mine?
studio right now.
Press a button.
I never pressed anything.
What's going on?
No, they're still going. I think we've riled up some Houston Christian fans outside. They're trying to disrupt the show.
Yes, they're
We're muted right now.
not a Tesla.
well, no, I don't even have a panic button on my fob, so I knew it wasn't mine. What was it?
Are we?
Cadillac.
A Cadillac getting broken into outside the NB&R studios here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Mike, I think we're still muted, or unless my
No.
headset's dead.
No, I'm
No.
not muted.
We're good.
Oh, I can hear now.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys still had like points about that. The thing that I hope that I hear all these things about Matt Rule saying punish the other team, right? Make them loathe coming to Memorial. And I think the fan base. What are you waving at?
Oh, I'm trying.
Oh.
It's Mike. Oh, weird.
He's like, shut up.
No, sorry, my headset's dead right now, but I can hear you guys. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, we can hear you, so your headset is not dead.
My mic's not dead.
Yeah, you're. Oh, yes, your mic is not
Anywho,
dead.
Jared.
Sorry, Jared. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. You didn't interrupt. I stopped what I was saying. But I honestly hope that the fan base takes what he's saying and takes it to heart as well. And maybe Matt Rule is trying to do that. Like he's trying to communicate to the fan base. Like when an opponent comes to Memorial, quit being so goddamn nice. You know, that's always been the Nebraska thing. We clap for the opponents. You know, sometimes when we play Louisiana Tech, it can get a little, you know, if we play Houston Christian, it might get a little, right?
Yeah.
We've seen that. It's okay to admit that. Not every game is a Colorado or a 2014 Miami, right? No, there's no fan base that comes like that every game. Not Death Valley and LSU. Nobody does that every game. But like, we should feel like a little bit disrespected by the fact that Memorial hasn't been a scary place to play. Iowa's won 7 in a row in Memorial. Like that should be a fucking gut rot, right? We should be insulted by that, you know? And I know it's a stupid thing, but the video game leaving us off of the top 25 places to play or toughest, like we should be offended by that shit. And we need to be a little more mean to opponents because fuck them.
So are you putting that onus on the team or the fans? And frankly, I mean, we saw it against Akron. I mean, Micah, you definitely saw like it later in the game. It got kind of quiet.
See,
And
now
I thought that was really odd.
hold on. And I wasn't there. So you guys tell me, you know, you had the light show going. The whole stadium was full. People are saying, oh my God, there's still people
stay for
here.
that.
Oh, the light show was electric.
But everybody was still there. I think.
I
Yeah.
think we were like 10 minutes or 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I don't want to say I was a blue hair, but I started talking about, because obviously at that point it was kind of a blowout. But I started talking about
Just a little.
these, like the seats emptied out.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
they-
sure.
After the light show, the seats emptied out.
And
fair.
I wouldn't say yelling. I would say I was talking loudly about ungrateful fans that like
Mm.
you as a Husker fan in the last 10 years have not got to enjoy a performance like this. And you're going to walk out to beat traffic. Like these guys are working their asses off day after day and it's paying off. Like I it's not like I was insulted, but I just thought it was wild that like we've begged for days like this. And the first time you get it, you left early.
Now, okay, maybe this is a counter to you. I think being mad at fans for that, for being up 68-0 and leaving early, I think that's not fair to us because we've been through the hell, right? We've been begging for days like this. Like, you know, that is that LeBron or MJ meme, whatever. Begging for days like this. It's like, but we've been there since day one. We've always been there. And even though the team sucked, like we've been there.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't, and look, putting every fan base, if your team is up 68-0, you're leaving early. It's not fair to put that on those kind of expectations on us, even though we are the best.
But so again, my question was mostly surrounding, you say Don't be nice.
Yeah.
Is that on the team to keep the gas on the pedal, or is it on the crowd to stay there and continue to be loud? Or is it both? Is it a mixture?
Well, maybe I say, like for instance, UCLA. I think it's fair to say the crowd was muted, but it's on the team to not come out muted.
Right.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if let's just say we don't bring the fire as fans, that's not our fault if the team ends up losing. Right. So
Right.
I don't know.
I always say
it's kind of the scenario that we have this year is like, okay, we're going to be 3-0 with Michigan.
Hopefully.
You better be 3-0. Michigan comes to town.
They will be.
And the crowd is going to be insane. The crowd is going to be loud. It's going to be like Colorado all over again. You've got undefeated Nebraska playing a Big Ten opponent that who knows if they're good, who knows if they're not. But regardless, it's a big name that won a national championship recently, and the crowd is going to be wild, right? Now, if Nebraska was, say, 2-1 or 1-2, you can bet that those same fans are going to be in Memorial for Michigan. They're going to be loud. They're going to be wild. There's going to be a lot of hype. It's going to be hopefully a bloodbath in Memorial Stadium, just like it was for Colorado. Mm-hmm. Now, I know I've heard the people's like comments about UCLA last year and how it was like a sleeper fest, but I don't know. I just think like trying to say, yeah, the fans, they left early after, being up by 50 points. Like, well, yeah, we've also been there when we needed a win and you guys let Wisconsin run 450 yards on you or whatever the case was, right?
I've always said the fans will be as loud and as electric as you let them be. You have to give them a reason to be loud and electric, right?
Yeah.
The game itself, like Kyle was saying, the game itself is already going to make the fans excited and electric to start the game, right? But to continue to keep your fans in the game, you have to play to a certain standard. And this is across the country. Every team in the country, whether you're Ohio State, whether you're Clemson, whether you're freaking Iowa State, like no fan base is going to sit there and scream every single play unless you give them a reason to scream every single play. They're there. They're supporting you. Nebraska has not given their fan base, especially UCLA, because I was in the game, like in the stadium. It was sleepy because they gave us a reason to be sleepy. They played like shit, right?
UCLA's drive was the whole first.
What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to cheer when you're getting your ass kicked in like the most must-win game of the Rule tenure at the time, like a game that we expected to win after coming off Ohio State.
Yeah, the opponent's job is to silence the crowd,
and they did their job.
Yep. And so it just reminds me, was it K-State where Taylor Martinez had that like huge run and ESPN like shows the crowd, they're like freaking out. And then next play, it's Taylor Martinez running 75 yards down the sideline. And then it goes back to the crowd and everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah. Like that's the whole point of having the opponent.
So it seems like the MBNR consensus is that it is kind of a mixture as far as that, keep the foot on the gas goes.
Yes.
Like it has to be both of those parties working in
tandem.
100%.
Tandem.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot emphasize enough. I say this all the time. Going back and watching those old games from the 90s, I know, even the 80s too. Every game, Nebraska was so good that every game had stakes. They were playing for something. And it's up to this program, and maybe we're heading in that direction, where every game, as soon as you hit October, November, this game matters.
Yep.
And dude, you win enough games to where November games start to matter. Don't worry. Husker Nation will do the rest.
If you build it, they will come.
You know?
Yeah. The other Dave with a $4.99 super chat. We
Shout
appreciate
out,
you.
Dave.
He says, we weren't Nebraska nice booing the Cincy band in KC. I think a switch has been flipped. The Michigan game will surpass the Colorado atmosphere.
I agree.
Bloodthirsty crowd, man.
Yeah.
And maybe there's something about going to Arrowhead where,
Those fans are assholes. And so we felt like we had to be assholes, right?
like you go through the gate and it's just like your whole demeanor changes. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe there's something about Memorial where, it's the old gray lady, It's a outdated venue that needs to be torn down. And so maybe the fans are just a little less bloodthirsty.
I think,
except for 2014 Miami. I always bring that one up.
The back half of that comment I want to address, that Michigan this year might surpass Colorado last year. Obviously, before the game, we didn't get to hear the comments, I believe, at the coin toss where we're going to roll your ass.
Yeah.
We're going to roll your ass. We didn't hear that. But for that game specifically, I don't know that will surpass the hatred. I don't know about you guys, but I have nothing in my heart but hatred for the University of Colorado. I think that the atmosphere will be like at least, approximate to what we had for Colorado. I don't think it'll be quite as mean.
I don't know. I disagree. I
don't hate Michigan.
I think Nebraska
annoys me.
Nebraska has expectations for the first time in a long time, and they have Michigan coming into town, and they might be favored. Nebraska might be favored to win the game. So this is the first time. This is the first Nebraska team in a long time that actually has expectations, and I think the fans know that. Like, I'm sorry. You could say what you want about last year and when Colorado came into town. I don't think the expectations were near as high with the true freshman quarterback in Colorado come in. They weren't near as high. I think the way that the expectations shape out for this game, the fans are going to show the fuck out. They're going to. And with no Sharon Moore there, and Michigan coming 2 years ago, they won a natty. Like, yeah, people are they're gonna be loud and they're gonna be hostile, in my opinion.
I want to ask you guys a question. And again, I know we're looking past Houston Christian.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
As we should.
As we should.
I want to ask you guys very genuinely. I'll start with Mike and go around to Kyle. Do you believe Sharon Moore not coaching that game makes a goddamn bit of difference? I don't. I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Yes and no. So the yes part is I just think that there's some things in a game where a head coach has to make certain decisions. We see it firsthand with Matt Rule all the time. Why the hell did you call this call timeout? Why did you go for it on fourth down? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?
Why did you challenge that stupid safety thing?
Right. Like these certain opportunities that head coaches have in the middle of a game. I think that is like the only part of it. But to say that Sharon Moore is not going to be involved in the game plan and everything else and the execution of what's going to show out on Saturday, I mean, I don't think that will matter. But I do think that there is certain aspects of the game that a good head coach who's good at managing a football game and all those things, that's when they show. So yes and no.
I guess my answer depends on your answer to this question. Is Sharon Moore a good head coach?
No.
I see the way that Michigan ended their season last year.
Mm-hmm.
They won some games that certainly we haven't won in a long time.
They won a very significant one.
They've won a few significant ones at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure he's fine.
Born on third base.
Do I think it's going to make a big difference? I know. I just think he's going to do the prep for the whole week. And I just don't think it'll make that much of a difference.
Okay, so what they were saying on the broadcast, well, I was watching the Michigan-Oklahoma game. They said the penalty from the NCAA restricts Sharon Moore to even be in the building for the whole week. For the whole suspension, he cannot be in the building. Like, he cannot be with the team. He can't be in the building it's like 3 full weeks. He can't even be around the team. So there's going to be prep that has to be taken over by support staff. There's going to have to be in-game decisions taken over by support staff.
Mm-hmm.
But on a basic fan level, just like me not knowing the X's and the O's, I can't say that I feel confident that it makes a huge difference. My opinion partially comes from the fact that I don't think the NCAA knows what the fuck they're doing. So I'm like, they're just handing out wrist slaps and they're just, it's not, I don't know how big of a penalty that is.
Who's going to sit there and make sure that he's not, not being involved? Oh, what? If he's not on the FaceTime?
Right.
Come on now.
Like the assistant coaches aren't texting him being like, hey, we had this happen. What would you do? Or like, hey, how should we handle this?
You're telling me that the university that got busted for having a spy won't have a spy to make sure their coach is involved in game planning for a football game?
Yeah.
You're out of your fucking mind, right? Come on now.
Or at the very least, they will find a way to skirt around whatever the punishment is, they'll find a way to weasel their way around it.
How many times have we had the discussion about if you're not cheating, you're not trying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've done that a lot. Nebraska's been slapped on the wrist for much more minor things than the Stallions scenario. But yeah, if you think that Shrum or however you want to pronounce it is not going to be somehow involved with game prep,
sure,
I think you're just naive.
Right.
So him not being on the sideline, I think it's pretty minor.
It's minor, but I do think there is a little bit of it. And it comes into like that 17-16 thing that rule's talking about. Like in a close game, you want to have your guy there, right? To make the right or the wrong call. Because he's the one that's going to take the bullets if you lose, right? Like the head coach is the face of the program. If you lose, even if the quarterback plays like shit, defense plays like shit, the ultimate fall guy is the head coach. So if your fall guy, the face of your program isn't there, I think it doesn't make a huge difference, but it can make a difference in a close game.
Counterpoint. How did Mickey Joseph do in week 1 when he was interim?
Didn't he get his ass kicked?
Indiana, right?
I thought
Didn't
he get his ass kicked the first week?
Mickey Joseph.
Yeah, the first game was Oklahoma.
And he got his ass kicked.
So second week, sorry.
Yeah, so
second week, yeah. But still, I don't know that that's a game that we most likely were going to lose anyway, regardless of who was at the helm. I think at that point in the season, you're looking at week 4. A lot of these building blocks have already kind of been set for like what your team is going to look like and what kind of offense we're going to be running. And I don't see at that, like if it's week 1 or week 2, I see it maybe being a hitch. I just, at this point, like week 4, you're a month into the season. Like,
okay, kind of looking ahead, right? So you're coming off a win in week 1 where you make a play at the end and maybe you overcome some demons there. Maybe your sphincter's not as tight. Maybe you've solved that. Maybe 68-0 versus Akron, feeling your oats. Houston Christian, we'll go through scoring predictions. It's going to be a win. More confidence. More, hey, good job. Right. More back patting. Certainly from us. Maybe not from the coaches or whatever, but there's going to be people out there. Oh, yeah. It's rolling, right? Might seep into the team. Maybe. We don't know. And so that's what I'll be looking for is we're going to get more confident as a fan base. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen.
If we beat Michigan, imagine how the fan base is going to be.
Holy shit.
And we don't even know if Michigan's good.
Right.
They have a true freshman quarterback. They have a lot of growing pains to go through, too.
So I'm just going to be looking out for that. There's going to be a lot of back padding these next few weeks. You're the greatest team in the country. You should be ranked. At the very least, you should be ranked. How's the team going to handle success, right? That's always kind of been the thing. Once looks like things are kind of rolling, you play down the next week or something. So it's just something to look out for.
I still will stand by my comment that I think this is the perfect setup for Nebraska, especially heading into a week 4 Michigan game, where it's like you just mentioned, you kind of beat this demon that you've had for years on the 1-score losses. And then you get 2 whole games where you literally 108 out of your 135 players get on the field and they get to play, or however many is on a roster nowadays. But the whole team sees the field. Everybody gets reps. Dylan Raiola gets a bunch of reps and he balls out, gets 360 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's literally live practice, these 2 games that we get, and everybody's getting reps. Everybody gets to see live action, and everybody gets to see a live opponent that's, it's not thud. It's live action. Those are still D1 athletes.
80,000 plus in the stands.
Yes.
Yeah. And Kyle, you said that most of the roster played.
Yeah.
Versus Akron.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about the 2 guys that didn't play.
Right.
I'm like, oh,
poor guy.
Aww.
Well, one of those is your starting punter.
So, the Melbourne Missile, baby.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Rudy. I just wait for someone.
I think a concern that I've heard from a number of people is that, coming off of an Akron ass beating, And then going into a Houston Christian, I don't have a good alliteration for that one, but probably another ass beating, hopefully. Is that maybe, they're feeling themselves a little bit too much. I don't think this is like a conspiracy Connor level. I think after these weeks 2 and week 3, I think they come into Michigan really focused, knowing because again, you have Matt Rule going into the locker room at halftime and just ripping everybody a new hole. That 68-0 isn't good enough. And I think they focus up a little bit more. And so I think it's a really big benefit to kind of lead into. I mean, I said Cincinnati was the first test of the season, and I stand by that. But the first big test of the season is going to be Michigan.
Absolutely.
And so getting these kind of, like Kyle said, 2 weeks of live practice, essentially, I think is incredibly beneficial.
Oh, yeah,
and so
sure.
I hope they play a little bit tighter against Michigan than we've seen them play in these first 3 weeks.
For sure. Okay, we've got 2 topics we got to cover.
Okay.
So the first one, the original Cadillac is in the chat.
Mhm.
He says, hot take, you think QB2 look better than QB1? Listen, what I'll say is no. But the future of that quarterback room is TJ Lateef. As long as he sticks around. I'm telling you that right now. Like Dayton Raiola, we've had this discussion where like Dayton comes in and maybe like Matt Rule feels a certain way towards owing the starting spot to Dayton just because of the relationships there. But I really think like TJ Lateef is the one. Like I think after Dylan Raiola, that's because Matt Rule's smart enough. Like, okay, you watch this dude rolling around, juking dudes out, running to the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
He's throwing good balls. Like Dayton Raiola, he's going to come in as a true freshman. And as of right now, he's not top 5 quarterback in the country. As of right now, he's not Dylan Raiola. So I think TJ is the future of that quarterback room.
I would absolutely agree with you in the sense that he is the future of the room. If I were to right now say who is the better quarterback, Dylan Raiola or TJ Lateef, it's Dylan Raiola. I do believe that TJ Lateef, if he stays here and he gets his playing time, could maybe exceed that. I legitimately believe that. He looked, dare I say, a little bit like Lamar Jackson.
No.
Incredibly mobile.
No.
He was putting balls on a dime. We saw very little. We saw 2 drives.
Dude.
No, TJ Lateef is Lamar Jackson. You heard it here.
I said he looks a little bit like.
Not even.
He was very mobile. He was getting away from pressure. He was putting balls on a dime.
Yeah.
He put his feet to work. I think it looked very, very nice. If I'm being asked right now who is better, it's clearly Dylan Raiola. I don't think that's like really an argument.
Kyle, I was gonna stumble into the studio, maybe 6 toddies deep,
Yeah.
and say, more Lateef. I want more Lateef. Quarterback competition. Give me more Lateef. That's what I was gonna do.
I'm
But
telling
not
you.
actually be serious about it.
Right. I'm just saying we had the conversation preseason where it was like, he's not going to play it down here. Or like, he's not going to play any real meaning time and whatever because of the transfer portal and everything. If he stays, TJ Lateef is the future for Matt Rule.
Sorry, Dayton.
Here's the thing.
Trey.
1, let's reiterate this part. Akron is fucking terrible.
Ass.
They are terrible.
Akron.
Akron is probably worse than some of the high school teams that TJ Lateef played at, because he played at a big high school. Okay? TJ Lateef looked good.
Yeah.
The things that Dylan does pre-snap during the game, like everything, Dylan is the best quarterback talent this university has ever had.
Oh,
Get that through your skull.
Okay.
Well,
let's
and
make
he
it-
is, quarterback
I'm talking
shit.
quarterback
Yeah.
shit. I'm not talking option football. I'm not talking dual threat. I'm talking to play the position of quarterback. What quarterback is in 2025 to be able to throw the ball, to do the pre-snap stuff. He is the best quarterback this university has ever had.
You you cannot compare, like, I mean, because obviously a lot of people are going to talk about like Tommy Frazier.
Right.
You can't compare across these eras.
Did I not just say in 2025 the way the quarterback position is played?
You did.
Well,
I literally.
But you did. Sure, but like if we put Dylan Raiola back in 95, it's going to be a lot different.
The offense will look a lot different.
You're saying he's the greatest talent this university has ever had.
He's the best passing quarterback we've ever had in this school.
I'm not going to fight you on that, but you said the best quarterback.
And I said the way the quarterback position is played in 2025, you have to be able to throw the football. You cannot run wishbone offense in 2025.
Guess what? If you put Babe Ruth in 2025, he's going to strike out.
He wouldn't be Shohei Ohtani.
We can't do the time period thing. That's
Yeah.
why, Mike, you made the caveat, and I saw that. I heard you.
Yes.
I hear you.
Dylan,
I hear you. I
Dylan
see
is
you.
fantastic.
Yes.
He is balling the fuck out. And
Correct.
here's the other part about the TJ Lateef thing. Dylan Raiola will be the starting quarterback again next year at Nebraska.
Yes.
You would
So
assume.
he has to be here for 3 years.
More Lateef.
Will Lateef stick around?
That's what I mean. I said that.
Yeah, you
I
did.
said
I'm just saying that. I'm just speaking that out. Is in today's college football, other people get in your ear,
Yeah. And now
they're
he's
like, "Oh, Lateef's on film now, guys."
That's right.
Oh, look, he's the next Lamar Jackson.
Guess what? He's going to come in the third quarter versus Houston Christian, and there's going to be more tape on him. He's going to play good.
I do want to point out, I did not say next Lamar Jackson. I said Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
thank you
with
for-
his feet.
There is nothing besides the fact that they're both skinny. That's the only comparison of the way they played.
Okay. Was there the other?
But, so like, let's talk about like next year where we worry about will TJ Lateef potentially, go to the portal.
Maybe.
Dayton doesn't come until 2027. Is that correct?
No, he comes next year.
He comes next year.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you redshirt Dayton, so like that's not really an issue. And Kyle mentioned, is there this sort of familial relationship where Matt Rule decides to put him in there? But I think it gets a little weirder the next year.
Sure.
Trey Taylor comes in.
yeah, okay. But
There's always going to be a quarterback.
anywho,
coming
we've got a whole offseason we can talk about.
It's a great problem to have. Great problem to have.
Yeah.
But it's not a problem, though. It's not a problem
in.
yet.
It's not a problem because
Yeah.
Dylan is quarterback one, and he will continue to be quarterback one unless he gets hurt.
And he's
it.
going to be a number
Correct.
one overall pick. Fuck you.
That would be fun, but no.
Okay.
Probably not.
Scoring predictions?
Let's go just real quick. Biggest losers of the Big Ten. I'm immediately saying Iowa.
Sure. I'm sticking with UNLV's bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UCLA.
UCLA.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's UCLA.
Yeah.
Back-to-back weeks, right? We said UCLA last week, too.
Woof. The Nico experiment has been an absurd failure.
Nico, I think Nico, at least this week, he played okay. Yeah, he one touchdown, one interception, right? But their offense seemed like it worked okay.
He
Their
ain't the
defense
problem.
just couldn't stop anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The way that whole thing is unfolded is the best.
Pretty
It's the
fun.
same thing with Iowa.
Jesus.
They talked all offseason. They posted that one clip of him hitting an out route, and they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got a quarterback." And that dude has less yards this year than our backup quarterback, TJ Lateef.
And TJ Lateef played for one quarter.
Yeah.
And that clip from Gronowski will live on in history because I don't know if you guys remember, that was a 3-yard out.
It's stupid.
And they're like, we got him. I was like, yeah, that's all he's ever going to do.
Like,
Gronowski is ass. The fact that he was ranked above Raiola preseason is insane.
And I keep hearing all these Iowa fans are like, "You guys were playing Akron." It's like, dude, you guys were playing the University
Albany.
of Albany.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys even talking about? I've never even heard
Albany
of
have a
them.
lead there for a couple
yes,
of minutes.
Albany hung around in the football game. Akron didn't score a point. Shut up.
Dude, coming from the guy who says, stop talking about Iowa because they beat us all the time. They could play Helen Keller at quarterback and still beat us. Even I'm starting to be like, fucking ridiculous is what's going on
Dude,
there.
they might actually be
He's
playing
bad.
Helen Keller at quarterback.
Dude,
He's
Helen
bad.
Keller would be an improvement.
Yeah.
He's bad.
Yeah, I'm starting to, again, if we don't beat UCLA, if we don't beat Iowa, we're going to have some speaks.
Okay. And here's one stat before we go into scoring predictions. Iowa State just beat Iowa in Ames for the first time since 2011. Nebraska has not beat Iowa in Lincoln since 2011. Could both streaks snap at the same time? We also got off the same losing streak skid as Iowa State 2 years ago when we beat Iowa.
Yep.
So maybe us and Iowa State are very similar. Maybe.
It's like a circle,
Like a circle.
not like a triangle, like a circle.
Like a circle.
I have
Scoring predictions.
I have 2 words for you before we get to scoring. Janier and Bonner.
Oh.
I'm worried about injuries before I worry about Iowa. We got a long way to go before I worry about Iowa.
I worry about one game at a time, except for Houston Christian, because we're going to kick their ass.
Yeah, we're not worried about that one.
Yeah.
All right, scoring predictions.
I'm going to say 68-0. No, I'm going to go Nebraska 52, Houston Christian 7.
Kyle.
I'm gonna go 45-6 Nebraska.
Shit, we are so close. I have Nebraska 48, Houston Christian 6.
We'll go Nebraska 42, Houston Christian 13.
So Kyle and I, presumably, Kyle, you're not calling a touchdown and a missed PAT.
Correct.
Yeah, you're calling two field
Two
goals.
field goals. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Calling two
you
field
two
goals.
believe they're finding the end zone.
Yes, I do.
I don't see that.
Sure. Hey, could be Garbo.
I hope I'm wrong,
Could
and
be.
we win 69-0 this time. Nice.
Going for 2 to get it.
Should have.
Hey, realistically, I mean, I guess it wouldn't have really panned out, but as soon as I got that safety, I go, well, there goes my scoring prediction.
Yeah, every time.
I said the same thing.
Something goofy happens, you're like, gosh darn it.
See, we've made all these, right? What was the closest? I think Mike was the closest.
I had
42 to 30.
No,
I had 40.
no, I had 35-7, so that was not me. It
No,
was
I mean
Nicholas Connor.
this week. Houston Christian. This
Oh,
week.
This week.
Who was the closest?
Oh, me. I
Yeah.
like scoring wise?
Yeah, like
To last week.
no.
No.
Okay, let me
What do you?
wipe. Hey, fucking Men in Black. Beep,
Yeah.
right.
Put your sunglasses on.
Who thinks the game's going to be more out of hand?
We've all made scoring predictions for Houston Christian. Who had the game to be the closest in
Mike.
margin?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it again?
I think what I say. Did I say
God damn it.
You said 42-7.
40? I think I said
42,
42-13.
So
42-13. No, you had 7. He had 13.
So-
Jesus
so you said-
Christ.
You said 42-13.
Yes.
Nebraska's going to end up winning 45-10. You don't know ball.
Yep.
Dumbass. Kill yourself. Please. Hey, you're not in those TikTok comments, man. They go fucking dummy hard in those comments. All those ball knowers. My God. Okay.
I had in our TikTok comments recently, some guy was talking shit to me. And so like I don't deal with shit talkers in comments. So my standard response recently has been, tell your mom I said hi.
Stupid.
Oh yeah. No, it got real bad. It got real bad. All I got back was next time I visit her grave. And I was like, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so I'm retiring that one.
Okay, so here's an interesting thing from our pal Matthew Rutherford in the chat.
Hey.
Says Matt Rule holds satellite camps at HCU. He's close with that program. He will not run it up on them,
Oh.
but it won't be close as the backups will score handing the ball off. 62-3 Nebraska. So that's an interesting tidbit.
Yeah.
It's not like a revenge game like we talked about with Akron.
Yeah, it's not.
So
Well, hold on. I want to point out that this person just said we won't run the score up.
62-3.
62-3.
What is that?
That's
20
running the score up, dog.
2017 Ohio State to us,
Right.
or whatever
Yeah.
that was. Yeah, that's a situation where Matt Rule goes up to the Houston Christian coaching staff,
I love
shakes
you.
their hands, and says, "I see you, I appreciate you, but you need to know these 80,000 plus Red fans. If I don't beat you by a good margin, they're going to want my head. So don't take it personally. Good game. Good luck."
and then he's going to walk back to his team just like in the longest yard, and he's say, "I want you to inflict as much pain as possible."
Right.
Yeah.
I want you to tear their fucking throats out.
Well, and again, with the way the Big Ten is scoring right now, we were one of 5 teams last week that won by like 55 or more. Like, you got to make your
Hey,
statement.
how many
That was that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to see something on a national scale that we're starting to see like in the state of Nebraska, where you've got like 3 super teams that are just dog walking every school that they play, because these teams are like recruiting and like they're building these super teams where the district mandates where like you have to live in a certain area to go to Millard West or Millard North, whatever. Like that stuff is no longer. So you're bringing in kids from Omaha North, and then you're going out to Bellevue, and then you're coming out and you're bringing all these like superstar kids. There were a lot of like really bad blowouts this weekend.
Yeah, dude,
It's been a ton.
It's been a controversy for the past couple of years. I mean, you got fucking Benson just might as well just scrap the fucking program for them.
I mean, they've
it's
always
open.
been that bad, but yeah.
Nah, not this bad.
I will say, I think Matt Rule said in his presser today, Riley Van Poppel, I believe the coach at Houston Christian coached him in high school or something.
Yeah, I thought I heard something like that too.
So,
hey,
yeah,
there's some interesting tidbits.
relationships.
And the other Dave says his score prediction in super chat money is 1 month's rent at an apartment. So he sent us $1.99 instead.
Hey,
King.
dude, you almost paid for our rent here in the studio. Thank you.
Thank you the other day.
We love you.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, signing off.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
NBNR podcast, same handle for every social media website. We still need to pump up our YouTube numbers a little bit. So
Hey, hop in the Discord. There's some good
Yes.
conversations that happen after the game and stuff.
Yeah, Dave, hop in our Discord. I think you'd be a good member in there. We're having some good discussions. We've got a fantasy football league. Obviously, you can't join that, but there's a lot of trash talking going on between that, College Football 26. We've got random channels for that. And I do want to plug our merch, guys. We do officially have MBNR merch again. So if you guys are looking for an NBNR hat, a shirt, whatever, if you want to support the pod and get something in return, please buy some merch. Help us out. We appreciate it. You say something?
You were
say Cover Corner week 1 did not do that bad.
Okay.
We were above 50%. So
If you like sports betting, that is also on our Discord. We have a Cover Corner channel inside
Yeah.
there. So
there will be, today is Monday. There'll be more bets for week 3 in on Wednesday night.
nice.
beautiful. Okay, I am one of your hosts, Jared Hall.
Mike Delaware.
Connor Cavlack.
Kyle Byers.
As always, beat Michigan, Houston
Who?
Christian,
Yeah.
and GBR.